Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second episode, but technically first episode of my United States Hearts of Iron series, and the second episode I've ever made on this channel. The last episode was just set up, and honestly, I didn't really intend for it to be that way, but that's, how it came out. We have everything set up, though, now, so there's nothing we're going to have to worry about in this episode when it comes to that. Other than I guess we might have to do some managerial stuff with the trading, for example, because we're low on tungsten and rubber. But other than that, I'm imagining we're going to be able to let this game play and actually, go ahead and get started. I wanted to appreciate the fact that I did get some views on my last video, as well as I think even a couple subscribers. So I wanted to thank anyone who saw that video and anyone who subscribed because of it. Thank you very much, and I hope that you'll enjoy this video. Anyways, on to the video. Let's not drag this out tons like the last one. For now, we'll just put on 2 speed so we can, because we are going to have to manage this navy and see how these fleets look when they all get together. I need these guys to, they're going to be the east coast. So yeah, they should be heading over there. These guys should be on the west, which is good. Okay, and as you can see with subs, we have sub 1s are these like little symbol here. Subs 2s are the actual submarine symbols. Lots of sub 1s. Yeah. Troops are training. No oil shortage, not surprising. Attention. As the United States, that's not really a thing. Also, I guess at the same time, I guess we probably don't have any motorization in the unit, so I guess you probably wouldn't expect any shortage there, honestly. I kind of do want to try and train up some air wings, so we will do that to any air wing that is full, because I don't want to train air wings that are just going to, get new planes and then you have to retrain them again. Although honestly, if they're above 90, I probably just will anyways, because they're close enough where that experience is gonna matter either way. So. Yeah, if it's above 90, I'll just go ahead and train it either way. Sorry about that. Sticky keys. But yeah. We're going to start training up all these guys. And hopefully that's going to get all their experience nice and high. And then we will probably train the Navy afterwards. So you have everybody training. But yeah, let's see where we are. I mean, all that training, and look, we're still gaining fuel. Even with all this consumption going on. That's one of the benefits of being America. No, I am paused, so let me fix that. Apologies. I do plan on making this video longer. I'm not sure how much longer yet, but we will see. I'm aiming for anywhere between 40 minutes to an hour, but, let's see. Right now I'm on a very, to be frank, bad setup. I'm sure you can tell by the mic. There's some audio issues, and I do know that. I'm hoping to get those figured out, but it'll probably be a good while before I do, because as of right now, they're not a top priority for me with what's currently going on in my life. But either way, I will try and do my best with what I have. The computer I'm on is also not exactly the greatest, so I'm around 1943-ish, maybe 42. It will start to get slightly laggy, but it won't be anything awful. I've played plenty of campaigns getting a 1946 or 7 and playing just fine. So yeah. I doubt there'll be any issues, but I'm just, I guess, saying that my setup is definitely not the greatest. I'm sure you could tell that, though. So if you're still here and sticking around, thank you very much. Anyways, though, I don't think there's much else to do here, honestly, other than just AFK. Although I guess we can look at the fleets. Some people are still moving, because we did have fleets all the way as far as Australia and the Philippines. So it probably will take them a good while. First things first, I want to train up the subs So let's just see if we can start training these guys and if that'll be a problem or not. For fuel, that is, of course. Speaking of, also, I should turn off or turn on automatic split off, which will be good. So there's automatic split off. And then we're also going to want to take... Oh, we should also... Here, let's... Completely forgot to trade for these. That was probably a little bit of a waste of production there, but that's okay. It wasn't that big of a deal or anything. Why trade with the Dutch East Indies when you trade with the UK? Although the UK could be an enemy, you know that. So let's actually trade with Brazil. Who did I even trade with here? Turkey? That's fine. Okay. Plus, you know, Brazil's pretty close to us, relatively speaking. Don't have to cross the whole Atlantic for that, which is always a nice bonus. I did just realize I don't know what side these sub fleets are on. I guess you would want one sub for the Pacific and one for the Atlantic. So these guys are, of course, over here. Yeah, they're on the East Coast, or at least... Well, this one's in Manila, which I guess is fine. They can stay there. I don't mind. Yeah, we got a lot on the East Coast. And then one in Manila, so that's okay. Clearly some of them are in Hawaii, which is fine too, because that's where some of those guys are training right now. Just check the Navy screen every now and then, see if we produced anything new. Sadly, I did look, and I'm surprised that the U.S. doesn't start with heavy ship 2, it's just one, and I don't even know if that's really worth building. And because we're in this naval treaty, that really does suck too. So we're gonna try and abandon the naval treaty. And also, one of the goals that I'm gonna have is I'm gonna try and grant statehood to Alaska and Hawaii at the very minimum, but Puerto Rico will also be a goal. It won't be happening right now or anything, but whenever I can. Whenever I have the extra political power to spare and I have time. These are also very important decisions. We might even make those our first decisions. While there's, while both people are still I guess they should stay fascist either way. But still, these are very, very good bonuses here. The stability is unfortunate, of course, but we already have very high stability, and a 10% research bonus is definitely massive. So can't really understate the importance of that, to be honest. So we'll definitely look for that when those are available. Withdrawal from the naval treaty is something I am kind of interested in, but that'll probably be a later thing. So yeah, it probably won't be immediate or anything like that. Yeah, but we're just gonna kind of let this play. I will up it to 3 speeds, so we're getting a little bit more, done here. Get out of the naval screen. We can look at what other people are doing, but I don't think we're gonna be able to really see anything, yet. The UK is going random, so that'll be interesting to see. Germany's, of course, staying fascist, because I think that's the most interesting way for them to play, considering I plan on doing a democratic US here. I've never played the communist US, and I tried once to do the fascist US, but I failed in the Civil War, because at that point I had no idea how the Civil War worked, and I didn't get the... Well, the opposition has suffered a defeat in the Senate. It's good. Gives us 10 more senators, which is good to have for political decisions and things of that nature, as well as the focuses that you need them for. But yeah, I didn't know you had to rush. Let me go put that back on play. I didn't know you had to rush. Which one was it? I think it's work with the Bund. Yeah, it keeps a lot of states in it, and also having trying to remember which one it is. There's one where you like. This might be it, honestly. Yeah, it's probably work with the bund. Yeah, I didn't get to work with the bund in time. I was like right here, and I done like these, and I was here, and I didn't even get this one, so I ended up taking a big L there. But this time we're staying with based democratic United States. A lot of people say the democracies are more boring, and I will say most of the time that's true. But from a chill roleplay perspective, or from like a just kind of more relaxed gameplay, I think playing a democracy can be fun, and you can kind of just be the good guy and sit back, especially as the U.S. I think you have until 41, mid 41 or so. Well, I guess this game could go differently. Who knows? Maybe it'll be earlier, maybe it'll be later. Although joining the war later than 41 is probably not what I intend, but we'll see. Although I'd assume again, Japan will bring us in mid 41. So yeah. Well, that's not too good. 40 representatives there. So yeah, we're losing in the House, but we are winning in the Senate, which is good. I mean, not great, but good. One thing I also do like to do is I like to grant out the medals when they're available, but that's of course a pretty late game thing since you don't want to really waste your PP like that. And wow, we were in a massive deficit of guns. That's actually kind of crazy. I did not know the U.S. starts off that bad. Well, we can fix that up in probably no time. I can't imagine it'll be too bad of an issue for us or anything like that. Yeah, okay. It's looking decent. Let's go to our Navy, see if anything got made. Nope. How are these guys training? It's going okay. They're regulars now, so no longer green. This guy's still green, but he'll get there. Got these guys. Someone is still merging. Oh no, he's off on a repair mission there. So down here in Italy, or not Italy, but Ethiopia. Italy has moved to annex them, and they submitted. So, well, rip them. Again, we have these guys set. Ethiopia should be set to subject to the Italians, or submit to them, and they should just say reach out for the Italians. So I'm assuming they're going down this tree. Okay. Yeah, just 'cause I wanted a strong Italy in Africa, because what you always seem to see, or at least in single player, in multiplayer, I'm sure it's different, but I'm not a multiplayer guy. What you always do seem to see is Italy getting rolled in Africa as soon as the war actually kicks off. They'll lose their East African and North African possessions pretty quickly. Even with Vichy France formed, it's still pretty rough on them most of the time, unless you're playing Germany and you go down there and help them, or you're playing Italy. But yeah, France and the UK will usually, and Belgium will usually make short work of that. So we got the remilitarization of the Rhineland, so Hitler's being a bad guy. And continue the New Deal. I'm kind of torn. I think we'll just do a Neutrality Act. I don't know if that'll happen immediately. I don't think we need to do that immediately, honestly, so I don't think that'll happen, but rushing this would be pretty good. That's a whole nother research slot. That might be what we do here. And we do also need to help the Great Depression, because that's really destroying us. So, yeah, I'm thinking we'll go with the Neutrality Act eventually. Just because Arsenal of Democracy and the Giant Wakes are good focuses. Specifically Arsenal of Democracy. That's tons and tons of mills there. But what's most important right now is industry. I'm thinking we're gonna do WPA and then the Scientific Development Office. So, WPA, millions of people are still suffering from the unemployment resulting from the Great Depression. An agency to put these people to work on public projects may not fully solve the problem, but the work progress administration is a step in the right direction. I learned about the WPA, and it's I believe it was actually quite effective and beneficial for. Sorry about that, misclick. Beneficial for a lot of people at the time. So. Undisturbed isolationism and disarmation are awful, so we'll get away from those, I think, through our focus, but or at least with disarmation, I believe, but we'll see. Right now, maybe a workhorse for more PP is going to be good. But yeah, let's get a workhorse. It's a kind of like a just throwing your Turkey room militarized the strait. Go for Turkey. It's kind of like just throwing your PP into a hole, but it adds up over time. It's an investment. They're good plus 4.5. Yeah, the Great Depression is taking a whole one away. That's rough. Anyways, do a small lobbying effort. It's not worth it right now. We don't need support for anything right now, so I'm just going to leave it, actually. We will want to do that eventually when we feel like we need to actually, garner some support for a focus or a decision or whatever it may be, but for now, it's not the main priority here. And Canada will be flipping fascist, so they won't be our friends. Mexico could go anyway. If they go fascist too, that could actually be pretty rough. Fighting on two fronts like that, especially with Mexico, they're pretty. I mean, they're not crazy strong, but they're definitely formidable. Canada less so, but yeah. I know there's that event, right, when Mexico nationalizes its oil if they go down that route, or maybe they have to. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about the Mexico tree. Mexico could be kind of a fun nation to play, honestly, especially to like reclaim the states they lost in the war. The Mexican-American War. Could be kind of fun, but anyways. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, once they nationalize their oil, I know that you have a decision that we can go to war with them, but I'm pretty sure it like destroys your country. We'll see if we feel like that's something we want to do when that happens. I doubt it, but yeah, always keep your options open. A lot of our guys are training up real good. It's good to see. Italy abandons the treaty. No shocker there. I really wish I could abandon it too. I wonder how they... Oh, I guess I could have. I had 150 PP, but... The escalator clause invoked. So yeah, we're going to get more max cost. Which is good. We could... We could roleplay it a little bit. I mean, we have no reason to withdraw. Yeah, you know what? Let's put a little damper on ourselves until we actually see reason to withdraw. Because at this moment, there'd be no specific reason why us as a democratic U.S. would want to withdraw from this this treaty with our friend the U.K. or Britain. So yeah, until they, decide to flip ideology, which they might or might not do, or until we feel like there's a big enough threat in the world, we will actually remain inside of that pact, because I think that kind of makes it more fun. Plus, it doesn't affect our subs or anything, and even though I don't plan on making this a mainly sub-focused fleet because I don't think that fits the United States, they are going to be really good at enforcing keeping our coast safe and keeping naval invasions off of us. I will always leave a garrison of troops at home just in case the Japanese or Italians or whoever think about doing anything weird, or maybe the UK if they end up flipping on us. Who knows? I'm sure you guys have heard about or if you pay attention to Hearts of Iron news, I'm sure you guys have heard about the new DLC coming out. What is it called? Arms Against Tyranny, I believe. The one's going to be giving, it's going to be giving Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland pretty decent-sized focus trees, especially Sweden. But we don't even know the full extent of them yet. I'm really hoping they'll give Iceland one, because Denmark always caps and then Iceland's free, but I don't think they will, sadly. But I don't know, if you can give the Sultanate of Asa oh wow, Ethiopia is actually being destroyed so quickly, I don't even think they're going to be able to bend to the Italians, which is possible there. But yeah, if you can give, the Sultanate of Asa a focus tree, I feel like you should be able to give Iceland one as well, but who knows, we'll see. Kingdom of Poland crowns a king, look at that. Okay, so we got another monarchy, another monarchy in Europe, because there are a couple here. Yugoslavia is still a monarchy, right? Yeah, there's still a monarchy. Not Romania. Bulgaria is. Hungary, yeah. Czechoslovakia, nope. And then Japan abandons it, so yeah, that's definitely scary there. Look, we can already grant statehood. What are the negatives to that? Lots of negative PP. You do get some support though, and you get cores on those areas. Not like it matters for Alaska. For Hawaii, it might matter. I don't know how many people are even here. 60K. And Hawaii. Yeah, 370, that could matter. It really could. And it would also take away the garrisons. I don't know how many men we have garrisoning these areas even, but it would take that away too. Oh, speaking of, yeah, we should probably look at our occupied territories. I never liked doing military governor. I always like doing local police force. If anyone believes that's a bad decision, definitely let me know in the comments. I don't know tons about the resistance. I just know that local police force usually works best for me. And then usually I'll do a cav division with 10 width cav with a 1 MP. And usually that works pretty good for me. If I get like really far in the game and I have the resource, I'll add an armored car. But that's definitely not necessary. Anyways, so we just got the all or nothing armor scheme. And now I'm thinking... Yeah, we do want these better ship torpedoes. But I'm just going to start researching the 1936 heavy ships so we can start getting those built. Because that's kind of important, I think. Especially since, you commission a 1936 ship and chances are it's not out until, I don't know what, 1939 or something, 1938. So, yeah, we'll see. What do you get for coring Puerto Rico? It's the Navy again. Oh, wow. Yeah, 1.55 million men there. Yeah, coring Puerto Rico I can imagine be worthwhile for your manpower. But, of course, you don't get all of that, of course. But, you get a chunk of it, so that's definitely nice. And again, one of the main benefits is you'd have no one garrisoning. Right now we only have 15,000 men in garrisons, but every man counts. So treaty signed. So the next London Naval Treaty has been signed, which we were a part of. And the escalator clause is being invoked. We are currently between 90% and 100% of Britain and capital ship strength. Okay. Well, Italy took the States and Ethiopia was annexed. Yeah, they didn't even get to bend the knee. But they did really well in Africa here. That was a really good Italian campaign there, so good for them. I guess they were buffed, because I think the buffs I gave was to Germany, Japan, and Italy, I think. Just because we are 100% sure those people will be enemies with us. Specifically Japan, but most definitely Germany and Italy as well. Got 5 more senators, never hurts. We should look at our air, see how they're doing. Imagine they're probably already trained up by now. Yep. We'll just start training guys who are a little bit lower now. No point in not doing so, I don't think. Yeah. Now we can't train these guys because they're not out at sea right now. 25 representatives, that's good. Now, but we'll definitely train them though. Once we're training the Navy, we'll train that Air Force there too, because that is important to have our carrier ships having good pilots. Got basic machine tools, very good. We're gonna go concentrated because if everything goes right, we're not getting bombed on the mainland anyways. Yeah. We're already making good progress here. We're in on the 19th of May, pretty much, and we're moving right along. I still plan on going for a good amount more time here, so yeah. And we're building up. Definitely nothing crazy, but you know, we're getting there. What is this? Okay, that's definitely not a priority, but we're gonna get this research slot, and then we're gonna start going down here because it's very important to start doing this. Start, you know, removing these effects of the Great Depression because they are crippling. You know, 1 political power, 20% resource gain, 50% recruitable population, 30% consumer goods. That's probably the worst one. And the joint faction tension limit is not that big of a deal, honestly. But we do have PP, some political power, so we should use that somehow here. I don't even know who all's available. That's not too good. War industrialist could be good. Oh, financial expert is pretty enticing. 5% consumer goods is nothing to scoff at, so I mean, I'm gonna go with financial expert. And I wonder if that got us back any factories or not. I mean, I'm sure it did, but I wonder how many. I probably should have checked before I did it. Yeah, look at that. 115 of our factories are in consumer goods because of undisturbed isolation and the Great Depression. That's really rough, yeah. Yeah, we gotta find what gets us out of undisturbed isolation. Let's see. I'm assuming you search undisturbed. Is there nothing? Not found? No? Huh. Maybe manpower? That's limited conscription. Which, no, we're looking for mobilization. That would get us out of disarmed nation, though. About industry. Yeah, I'm not too sure where we get rid of it, but I'm sure we will find out. Destroyers for bases. Becomes the owner of Newfoundland, Bermuda. Oh, so you can get a lot of territory from the UK for giving them destroyers. You have to get Warplan Black. Huh. So you have to be a war with Germany and have Warplan Black. Okay. And also, of course, that requires the US or the UK is willing to do so. Well, you can actually see, I think we know which way they're going, and that is very scary. I'm not going to lie. That's actually really scary. Excuse me while I take a sip of water. But yeah, the idea that the British here are going fascist is actually very, very scary, because that means now you have, yeah, changing course. That means, you know, now you have, or I mean, it's not necessarily fascist, right? But they're not democratic. They're going either monarchist, communist, or fascist. And I think it's going to be fascist, but we'll see. Yeah, that means if they do go fascist, you're going to have Germany, Italy, and the UK, which that's a really, really difficult combo. I'm not even going to lie. That is a very, very scary one. And Japan. Yeah, so yeah, that's, if that happens, it's possible we would lose. It's possible. So we would hope not, but let's see. You might ask why I'm not recruiting men right now. And I mean, I guess I could be, but with a shortage like this, I don't know. I mean, you know, you throw a division in here, and I mean, you know, it's not even possible. We have the manpower, but nothing else. So. Anyways, though, we're just going to continue to let this run. I'll probably keep going for another 10 minutes or so. Okay, so they're going communists. Much less scary than fascists. Oh, yeah, much less scary than fascists. Oh, that does mean it's definitely going to get pretty laggy, because they're going to start decolonizing all of this stuff in Africa. But... and also going to start decolonizing this, which does mean they'll lose their naval bases here. So if we do go to war with them, they won't have them anymore, which is nice. And also means they're going to let go of Canada. Although that's going to happen either way, because Canada will be going fascist, so... yeah. Could rush text. I could go radio. Radio is always important. Probably a lot of stuff we need, though. Yeah, but I support equipment. So I don't know if radio's a pretty good bet, though. Honestly. Yeah, radio's a pretty good bet. Maybe naval text, though, or air text. Honestly, there's just so much. I don't even know. Yeah, we have one going into engineering, one in industry. Let's leave it there for now. And move into something to air, so at least we have something going here. Because we do want to get these range improvements. I like fitting those on pretty much all of my planes. Carrier, non-carrier, fighter, naval bomber, just whatever it may be. Because that little bit of range can really help, especially in the early game. In the late game, and especially, you know, jets and things, it's not important. But in the early game, every single, you know, kilometer you can get is... very important. I completely forgot about giving refuge to the German and Italian scientists. So next time we get a batch of PP, that's actually where it's going to go. We're going to do the German one first, and then we're going to do the Italian one. Again, could say it's a waste, and that's possible. But I think that research speed definitely pays off in the end. Yeah, 10% is Definitely a big number in reality. And we're going to get another research slot here too. It's going to be good. So I'm sure that'll be nice for us. These troops are all trained.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see. I kind of want to swap out this cav division.
Yes, sir.
But we definitely don't have anything it needs, so... Oh, well, look at that. If we swapped this, we'd actually gain 100 infantry equipment and 10 support equipment. That's because that's the cruddier division. The National Guard division is actually pretty decent. It's not too bad. It's kind of just infantry, but it's not too bad overall. The other division is pretty garbage, to be honest. But even this is not actually a bad cav division. Of course, any cav division's not a very good division, but... yeah, it's not a very bad division. It's pretty bad for a garrison. You definitely don't want this garrisoning. This is a big waste. But, yeah, it's not a bad cav division. 16 combat width. It's got 2 support companies. So we could leave it, I guess. It's no big deal for right now. Not that big of a problem for us right now. But, what we're going to want to do is transform this into our garrison division, make this a 10 width, and remove these support equipment companies and add a MP division. And there's the Civil War. I don't think there's anything I can do about that because I can't send Lend-Lease or volunteers, of course. So, yeah, that's not going to work. I forgot what I set them to go. It might be fascist, but I really can't remember. Either way, the Spanish Civil War, usually the way you set it to go, it won't even go that way. So I don't think it matters much. Speaking of, I wonder when they'll add an Albanian focus tree. I guess it's really not that important, to be honest, but it would be kind of cool, huh? Especially if we're going to give one to, like, Switzerland. Also, Austria should definitely have one by now, right? I mean, they're a pretty key player in this whole World War II, you know, time. And Ireland, too, I'd say personally. I mean, not actually in the war, but just, you know, where they are in the world. But in the war, though, Austria definitely played a big part. Of course, they're a part of Germany, but still. I think it'd be cool to see them get a focus tree. And you have pretty much every nation in Europe with a focus tree except for Albania. So that would be pretty cool. But I am probably going to wrap it up here with this focus done. Yeah. So there's the focus. With war looming on the horizon, we must focus on our scientific efforts to ensure that we are not outmatched by any potential adversary. Nice. Now we're going to want to start on this. Our farmers have been particularly hard hit by the depression. We must ensure the people who produce our food are not driven out by an unchecked market. But yeah, that'll be the video. We also did research something. We researched... oh no, we got a new slot, so let's assign that. Let's have something... Let's have some tank work, because we do want to build tanks, so let's start on the armor. Yeah. So anyways, that'll be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, definitely make sure to like and leave a comment on anything you would like to say or just comment about. And yeah, I just hope you enjoyed, and I can't wait to see you in the next one if you did enjoy. I hope you guys have a good day.